So coming to us now is a lady who would have offered herself in service to Jamaica on another stage, or a track for that matter. A sprinter indeed. Someone who don't know how to lose. Someone who has created history in the position that she has held. A female sitting as the state minister in the Ministry of National Security. I speak of none other than the West Rural boss lady, Juliet Cuthbert-Flynn, Labour Rights.
Listen what am I say? Them why you say you feel, but you are winning next term this year. Right now, Juliet not have no worries. She a lead on everything, yes. And she a win everything.
Show Labour Rights. Show Labour Rights. It is really good to be here in Northwest St. Andrew. I'm also here to support my neighbor and my friend Dwayne Smith, because I know that Northwest you will go to the ballot and put the X beside the bell. You will do that. Of course, Dwayne Smith will definitely get another term. No questions asked. No questions asked. I bring greetings from West Rural St. Andrew. Mic check. Northwest St. Andrew, we all choose Jamaica. And we all choose Jamaica because we want this government, we want Andrew Holness to continue leading this country forward. Let me say a pleasant good evening to everyone on stage, all the ministers, all the senators, all the councillors that's on the stage, and of course, President of the Senate. I know I saw him earlier. Our Deputy Leader, Desmond McKenzie. It is really an honor to be here to speak to the people of Northwest St. Andrew this evening. Again, I want to remind you, and I know that we've been wearing the shirts, Choose Jamaica, and I know that us as Labour Rights, we understand why we must choose Jamaica and continue on the path of prosperity. I will not forget the moving from poverty to prosperity movement, and we want to definitely continue that, Labour Rights. The PMP Labour Rights, they have actually left no legacy in water, in infrastructure, in our healthcare system. When you look at the ribbon cutting that they are complaining about, that the Prime Minister is cutting ribbon week after week. Do you know why? It's because the PMP did absolutely nothing. And we now have to do all the work to make sure that water is in so many places, like West Rural St. Andrew. Right now, in the Mount James, Mount Prospect area, we are upgrading pipelines in that area. For at least 3 kilometers, we are doing that right now. A few months ago, we made sure that a 50,000 gallon water tank was placed in the Mount Prospect area. And this is happening, Labour Rights, right across the country, because the PMP left absolutely no legacy when it came to water. We are building a nation of progress. You know, when I look at the PMP and them talking about the school bus system, I have to really wonder what is wrong with the PNP. What is wrong with them? For you to talk about such a good initiative, something that we've been talking about for years, to make our children have a reliable bus system to take them to and from school. And the wicked, wicked, careless statement made by Peter Bunting, a man who knows nothing about improving the lives when it comes to national security, a man who knows nothing about, children going to school and taking a bus. And he's going to go out there and put out there in the public that the school bus is going to kill off the pitney them. That is a wicked and careless statement for a person who's trying to be a member of parliament. And it's a wicked and careless statement for a person who's a senator serving at this time. When you look at what is happening with the PMP right now, I see them trying to follow the Jamaica Labour Party. Again, we have so many women in our party. This is something that the Prime Minister did in 2016, who made sure that we have 3 shelters for women. So they are late to the party. They're late to the game, right? These are things that we are doing already. And so they have nothing to bring to the table. Nothing at all to bring to the table. And so labor rights, when you look at our very own Desmond McKenzie, and I keep bringing this up, because I don't think we really look at these things. They dumped people in a mud lake. They took people off the street and dumped them in a mud lake. We are taking people off the street and giving them hope. We are putting them in drop-in centers. These are shelters for those people who have nowhere to go. And this is the same party who talk about that they care for the poor. For 18 and a half years, you heard them talking about that they love the poor and they care for the poor. They have done nothing to improve the lives of poor people. They do nothing to improve the lives of poor people. It is this government that's making sure that we are taking care of the poor and the most vulnerable in our society. And so labor rights, when you hear the PMP talking about what it is that they're going to come and do, we are already doing all the things that they are talking about. They also have no legacy when it comes to, look at Minister Chuck. I know that he'll come up here and talk about restorative justice. You know why? Because we care about persons out there. You hear about people having dispute. When it comes to dispute resolution, it is this party. We are the ones putting those initiatives in place. We are the ones looking at the whole of Jamaica and the whole of society and what is needed and making sure that those things are put in place. When it comes to crime fighting, the PMP for years upon years, they were asking about what crime plan there. We are now seeing the crime plan. We are now seeing the 43% reduce in murder. That is what we were working towards, making sure that we can definitely sleep with our windows and doors open. It is this government who put the things in place. It is this government that made sure that our technology was improved. It is this government that made sure we had enough police when they talk about boots on the ground. But it was this government who invested, made the investment, and made sure that we were able to move, to have more boots on the ground. It is also this government who invested in the cars for the police, more cars for the police. Not all broken down cars, but brand new cars. It is this government who you see refurbishing the police stations. And I have to say that I, on Wednesday, along with my minister, Horace Chang, we will be opening a brand new police station in Stony Hill. are the ones who have been improving the lives of Jamaicans. When you looked at the police station in Stony Hill, the roof was caving in. The place was falling apart. And it is this government who recognize that we cannot have our policemen and women serving this nation under those conditions. The PMP should be ashamed of themselves. When you look at healthcare, they have no legacy when it comes to healthcare. Their own Dr. Dawes told us back in the day that they were using plastic bag in the operating theater and diluting soap. It is this government that's improving healthcare. We've never in our history, and I know you all are probably the same age or younger than I am, we have never seen any infrastructural improvement when it comes to hospitals. And we are at this time upgrading Cornwall Regional, which should be finished soon. We are making sure that Spanish Town will have a new hospital, a new wing. We're also making sure that up at UWI, that there will be a new wing at UWI as well. It is this government that is improving our healthcare infrastructure. And so, labor rights, with everything that you're hearing this evening, I know that you are already committed. So I'm going to ask you, for Dwayne Smith, to get out your neighbors, get out your family, get out your friends, and make sure that he's returned for the second term, and that so we can secure the third term for this government to continue the good work of Andrew Michael Holness. And again, as I said, we choose Jamaica. We choose the Jamaica Labour Party. Show our labor rights.